Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, CDSE, wherever you are in the world. This is your diplomat and ambassador for the month, Rob Pampling, coming to you from sunny Perth in Western Australia. It's a lovely, sunny, wintry day here in Perth, and I'm really excited to be able to bring to you today the CDSE call with our very own CEO, Ramin Mezgalu, and also our Vice President of Product Design, and, absolute amazing woman of entrepreneurship, Sanaz Human. So we all know and love them as our illustrious leaders, and so it's just really great to be on the call with both of these amazing people. So without any further ado, I'll hand it over to Sanaz. Sanaz, are you there? Although we seem to have a couple of little issues with trying to get Sanaz on the call. Just let me check, see if she's got the right. Oh, there you go. That's probably why. Let's make her.
Hi, Rob. I think she's trying to get on. Give us a couple of minutes. Maybe we'll talk about Sanaz's background a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So I haven't got it in front of me, but because it's quite extensive, but I did run through it before, so I'm having to go on memory here. But Sanaz, obviously, Vice President of Product and Design. She's been awarded numerous awards in the company and been an absolute, top earner and top leader in GWT, as a luxury consultant, and then moving over to corporate, obviously winning a number of awards with design. And she has, many of her designs in the fairy range, that all of the Hollywood celebrities wear and just go after and love to be involved. She also goes backstage with all of the elite people in Hollywood and the fashion, the fashion industry, very well known in the fashion industry, and also, recognised around the world as one of the top entrepreneurs in our business and also in business generally. So Sanaz, is an absolute, energy ball, and she just gives everything she's got. She just goes 110%, as you know, and this is why she does so well and obviously has the results that she has in her life and also in this business. So, Sanaz, we're just trying to get her on the call again, and just trying to check.
Well done, Rob.
See what's going on here.
You did actually very well. You don't need the script because this young lady, yes, she's accomplished so much. People know her very well. And of course, the latest lineup we put out this year, I mean, anyone who's seen our product line has been absolutely mesmerized, and that's because of the 24/7 focus of this young lady and her team on our product line. We are who we are today because of her hard work. And are you on the call yet?
Hi, Ramin. Can you hear me okay?
We can. Go ahead. The call is yours.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Robert, and as well as Ramin, of course. It's always a pleasure to be on the call, and I am super excited to be, of course, working with our CEO. I'm going to present this short little part, and I want to just say thank you so much for that kind introduction. What I wanted to do was, get to the right slide. I'm actually going to open up the call tonight in regards to the amazing gift certificate that we have. And, I just want to take you through a little bit of the logic behind the gift certificate, what it does, and of course, how the policies towards it. And then, of course, I'm gonna have our founder and CEO who's going to come up and basically share some amazing strategies for all of you to be able to, of course, build your business. Again, that's what the CDSE call, by the way, is all about. It's about an amazing achievement for all of you at Diplomat and Hire to be on the call, but be able to take the training that we have forward and go and build yourself an amazing and monumental business. So one of the first things, that I personally, when I met Ramin and I started as a distributor, that I loved about the gift certificate was that it brought value to the business. And, I always say to people, if you treat the gift certificate as a coupon or as nothing, then your prospect will treat it the same way as nothing. So if you're not explaining it to people and formally handing it out or explaining to them the reason why they're getting a gift certificate, I'm going to tell you right now, they are not going to redeem it, they are not going to use it, and it's not going to be a successful tool for you. Because at the end of the day, when you're giving someone a $100 gift certificate, and if you don't explain to them that they have to shop for $200 to get $100 off, now guess what's going to happen? They're going to go on your website, they're going to look at this $100 gift certificate, and when they go to your website to make their first purchase, now they have a grievance because, well, you did not properly explain to them that they have to spend $200 to get $100 off. So first off the bat, I want to make sure that you all understand that when it comes to the gift certificate, it's the purchase of a $200, you're going to get $100 off. Now that could be off of a purchase, that could be, of course, on their first purchase, that could be for someone that attended a live tour, that could be someone that took a business, of course, online. And the purpose of the gift certificate, ladies and gentlemen, is to increase your VIP clients. It's meant to create your retail profits. It's meant to create your retail sales. So people ask me, and of course we're going to open it up for questions, but people always ask, you know, how do I give away a gift certificate? And I always say to people, the gift certificate is a value proposition that you're giving to that brand new prospect on their first purchase. So let's say you have a customer that's going to buy a purse, or a person that's going to buy a pair of shoes or optical or sunglasses, and you know it's basically $300, $400 or $500. Well, here's your chance to give them $100 off. The minimum purchase they need is $200 for them to get $100 off. We see it all the time. Tons of you are doing retail sales. But you know what? The gift certificate is meant to get their first $100 off. Or someone wants to try the product and you tell them, well, you know what? I have a $100 gift certificate that you can use towards your first purchase. So that way, again, you're giving value for their dollar. The next part of it, of course, is people that want to try the product. You have a chance to be able to give them a gift certificate, once again, on their first $200 purchase to get a $100 item. So in reality, a $200 item becomes only $100 for the GC. So how do you, activate, or how do you use your $100 gift certificate? Well, let's go through some of the basic policies. First off, a VIP account, of course, needs to be set up for your customer to redeem a gift certificate. And of course, anyone that you meet, you should automatically open up a free VIP account by going to www.gwtcorp.com, of course, putting the / and your username in the box. And of course, then through your back office, you can, of course, set up a VIP account to be able to activate the GC. Of course, you all know that each VIP customer may only use one gift certificate as a one-time offer. So it shouldn't be that every single time you're dealing with a customer, they want to make a purchase. It is only to be used once, and of course that's automatically tracked in your back office as a VIP customer. And of course, if you have a couple that's been to a tour, you can of course give them one each, but it's one per user. To activate the discount code is SAVE100. For those of you who are maybe new CDSE members, we used to have to go into your back office and you would have to generate a code, but this time you don't need to generate any more codes. It's always SAVE100, and you can give that to your prospect. Of course, they don't know what that code is, so keep it protected, but it is SAVE100, and we've just made it very easy to be able to streamline the process for all of you as our luxury consultants. Now, you must fill in the expiry date for any new GCs before giving it to your customers. So you should never leave that area blank. As you guys know, we have many fields to fill in on the gift certificate: the name, the address, the phone number, the email information, and that is, of course, for them to go online and to be able to redeem it. But of course, the second part of it is the expiration date, your username, that you should also be filling in when you're giving it to your customer. So your gift certificate in reality should be completely filled out by the time that your customer receives it. Of course, remember, the GC should be valid only when someone attends a live tour or takes a GWT online tour or towards their first purchase. But of course, make sure that you're not just giving it away like a coupon or handing it out like a flyer, because then it diminishes the value of your amazing tool. I've already told all the information must be completed before you validate a GC. Of course, the gift certificate cannot be combined with any other promotions. It is a single entry that you should be able to use, and the gift certificate is used for up to 2 items per customer on a one-time use only, and of course that could be towards any Posh or any Fairy item. And before it was only Fairy, now we've also changed it where it's Posh or Fairy. Next, of course, it is the GC is responsible for the shipping. So for Canada, anyone ordering a gift certificate, it only costs $10. For the United States, it's $35. For international markets, it's $69, and for Africa, it is $99. So again, a phenomenal drop in what we used to have for our gift certificates. Of course, this is a self-clearance, which is reduced shipping rates. That helps for you to be able to, of course, give away your gift certificates to your prospect to be able to faster build your business. Now, let's say the gift certificate goes above £5. Of course, the regular shipping fees will apply when it comes to the self-clearance of the GC certificate, and of course that is always quoted before it is actually shipped out. So at this point, what I'd like to do is maybe do a couple quick questions if you guys have any before I pass it on to our CEO. Or Ramin, would you like to wait till the call is done to do Q&As?
No, go ahead. You can do that on anytime I'm ready.
Okay, fantastic. So, Robert, let's see if there's some questions that I could possibly answer for our LCs based on what I've already shared. And then, of course, I'll bring on our CEO to be able to share the rest of the training with all of you.
Okay, cool. So thanks, Inez. Thanks for running through that. Excuse me, I've just got something in my throat now. So I don't see any questions in the questions box just now. I do have our assistant questionista on the line as well, Stacey Renata, who is looking out for questions as well, because I happened to miss a couple last time, but the question box is totally blank right now, so there are no questions. Oh, here we've got something popping up now. So I've got a question from Junior. She's, hi Sanaz, do they have the option to pick up a corporate...
I lost you for some reason.
Hello?
1 second.
Are you there?
Sorry, just give me 1 quick second, Robert. I'm just trying to log on. I'm on my computer. Just give me 1 second, please.
Okay.
Hi, Robert. Go ahead and share the question with me.
Okay, so I believe it's from Junior, and the question is, do they have the option to pick up the corporate office if they're in the area with a gift certificate? I think that's the question.
Sorry, repeat that one more time.
Do they have the option to pick up the order from corporate office if they are in the area once they've ordered through a gift certificate?
Okay, so I can answer that. Yes, if we have a GC, definitely someone can pick it up from the corporate office. But once again, you do want to make sure that, so the option is there, but you do want to make sure that, you know, if it's Canada, it's only $10. It's better for you to directly send it, of course, to your customers so they get it immediately.
Okay, great. There's no other questions at this point in time, so we can continue with the rest of the call if you like.
Okay, awesome. So at this point, of course, it's my honor and pleasure to bring on our founder and CEO, who's actually created this amazing revolutionary tool for all of us. And you know, I love personally the gift certificate myself. I think it's an absolutely phenomenal tool that many of you are using today. Now to tell you, if you're just a brand new CDSE member with us, of course, all of you already know our founder and CEO. He's who we call the forensic networker. This gentleman has got extensive experience, tongue twister there, extensive experience in the industry, 26 years in the industry of MLM, not only on a CEO level, but also as a distributor level where he's built massive organizations of over 100,000 people He heads our company, our team, of course, our leaders in the company, that we are just rapidly, of course, growing. In our past 10 years, we've done a lot of the formulation aspect of our company. And of course, now we're ready for the next decade of the momentum and the explosion in our business. It's no one other than, of course, our amazing founder and CEO, the visionary behind, of course, our products, our company, our compensation plan. He's also an amazing compensation plan expert, written 4 amazing comp plans for the industry. He sits on the board, of course, when it comes to the businessfromhome.org, that he actually analyzes and breaks down comp plans for Ted Newton from businessfromhome.org. So I'm super excited with his busy schedule to have him on our call tonight. Ramin, sir, are you on the call?
Hi, Celeste, can you hear okay? All right, I love these type of trainings because you know what? It's not training at all. It's getting together, brainstorming, strategizing, having fun. Hey, when you give away $100 shopping sprees, it is fun. There is nothing other than fun. Everybody loves a value proposition. That's all this is. It's a value proposition. You're giving something away for nothing, and you're expecting for nothing in return other than a bit of their time. But let me tell you, giving away something for nothing is worth nothing unless you're excited, unless it means something to you. So even though it may be free, to you it's worth $1,000,000. To you it's an opportunity. To you it's something that can change someone's life. To you it's interrupting people's pattern, getting out of their lifestyle. It gives you a tool, it gives your people a tool to be able to do something they wouldn't otherwise do. It is that value proposition, it's that push, it's that tool to get your people to take actions that they wouldn't normally do or to be afraid to do. Or maybe because of this, they'll pick up the phone, call somebody, or walk up to somebody, talk to their friends, an idea, something for them to do and talk about, other than if we didn't have this, they wouldn't be doing it. You have no idea how many times MLM's top leaders who've looked at our company and said they wish their company had some type of GC like we do. I mean, how can you offer that in nutrition? They're already loaded with bottles they don't need. What are we going to do? Give them more bottles that they don't need? You can't do that in any other business but GWT. And how this idea of GC came about, I think that was about, let me give you a bit of history on it. You know, sometimes, you know, it's amazing. I'm by no means comparing myself to any one of these guys. I'm just giving you an example. You know, I'm always fascinated by Einstein, you know, how his life was and how he came with those ideas. And if he didn't have the answer the night before he went to sleep, when he woke up in the morning, he had the answer. Now, it wasn't because he was an Einstein, he was super excited or he was super smart. Let me tell you what it was. I realized what it was. Scientifically, when you focus on something enough and for a long enough time, you go in a state called state of flow. That means whether you're sleeping or not, your subconscious mind is constantly working on this idea. So early on in our years, in 2006, I foresee myself, you know, having rooms all across the world in hotel rooms, jam-packed with people coming in there. Now, how I came about that, I was wondering, how can we do that? Get a whole bunch of people to come out just because there was a value proposition. Now, I got bringing it back to 1984. 1984, I went to Hawaii. I remember coming down there's from the Sheraton, and I was walking, and then this guy walked up to us and said, hey, listen, if you go to a presentation, we're going to give you 2 tickets for $65 each to what's called a luau, which is really a Hawaiian party. So I thought, hey, $130 worth of tickets, it's a 1-hour some type of presentation. I'd never been to a timeshare before that, so obviously. So we'll go. Well, long story short, it wasn't 1 hour, it was about 6 hours, and they were trying to sell me a $1 million condo. This is in 1984. Fast forward now to 2006. One morning, I just woke up, I opened my eyes, I said, I got it. And I just woke up that way as if my subconscious mind were working on this. I said, we have a product line that we can actually offer people a value proposition just for taking a look at the opportunity. Initially, it was set up that I think the original GC has gone through transitions. The original GC was like $25 that you just give away. You just give away. And then, however, if they took a look at your opportunity, your 25 tripled to 75. So I would give it away, say, here, just give this 25 away. Hey, listen, I just launched my own jewelry, at the time of jewelry business, my own jewelry business. Just I'm going to give you a GC just for you to go browse around. So here's a GC. I'll call you tonight and tomorrow, and I want you to tell me what you thought of my gallery. That's it. It was something you just gave away. And then, oh, by the way, if you once you see it my gallery, if you like it, I want to get together with you, and I want to show you my business. And for that 45 minutes that we're going to spend, I'll triple your $25 GC to 75. So this is how it started. And you know what? It's been a very popular thing. It's gone through different transitions as the business evolved. So this is the history of GC. The one we have right now is the absolute best version we've ever had. So again, the idea of GC is that first things first. It has to mean a hell of a lot to you. It's not a $100 gift. It is a life-changing gift because somebody, because of it, takes a look at your opportunity, and they can go and hit a home run and change their life because of it. So to you, it cannot be a piece of paper you give away, because if you do that, it's worth nothing to you, it's worth nothing to them, it gets you nowhere. You've got to, it has to have value to you, and when it has value to you, you present it differently, you talk about it differently, and as I say, forensic, if it's important to you, it's important to your people. If it's urgent to you, it's urgent to your people. If it's not important to you, it's not important to your people. Whether that's your opportunity, whether that's a meeting, attending seminars, whether it's the GC. So it starts with you. If you're really, really excited, and boy, oh boy, you see value in it, and they see value in it. So that's what this GC is all about. The foundation of the GC is that it has to have value to you. And when it does, you're going to start seeing the interest skyrocket. So tonight, we're just going to spend a few minutes. We're going to have some fun with this. The idea of this nice call is not for me to give you all these tools. The idea is for you to jog your memory, get your memory and mindset in the right place. That you have a team call with your people, or a team meeting, and all you do is brainstorm on ways that you're going to market this phenomenal tool. I mean, the whole industry of timeshare, you've been to Vegas, anywhere you go, the whole idea of timeshare is on a gift. It's something like this. They'll take you in a room, sell you $15,000 timeshare, $30,000 timeshare, and what they give you often doesn't even have this value. So look how well they utilize this gift certificate, this value proposition to get you in the room. In my case, try to sell me $1 million oceanfront condo in 1984. So that would be like a $5 million condo today. And all they were going to give me was a $63 Lua ticket. So this is how great this is. By the way, the whole Michael Kors phenomenon, I mean, one of the reason they got a lot of traction years ago is because they had a GC, and their GC was different. You know, you spend $300 and you get $100 off. So basically, it was a $300 GC, but you have to spend $300 to get $100 off. Well, ours is twice as good as that. You spend $200 and you get $100 off. Now, Michael Kors built a whole business built on that. And all you have to do is start getting creative and getting excited. And now, obviously, you'll really appreciate it if you went to a store, and whether it's Michael Kors, whether it's Gucci, whether it's Louis Vuitton, and imagine this. Let me get you in the right mindset. Imagine that, you know, you walked into Gucci, and Gucci said to you, listen, go bring your friends, and I'll give a referral fee. How cool is that? Would you do that? Of course you would. Oh, so you're calling everybody. Hey, listen, we're going to go to the Gucci store. You're going to go to Louis Vuitton, you know, because they told you, you go bring your friends, you refer people. This whole referral program on the internet is based on that. You go ahead and refer your friends, and you get some type of kickback. Now, imagine if Gucci said that, of course, you'd be calling everybody, right? And but do that for your business. And imagine if Gucci said, to make it even easier for you, I'm even going to give you a GC. And your people can come, they can buy something for $200 and they get $100 for free, and I'll still pay you a kickback when they buy more than $200. Of course, they don't do that. If they did that, I mean, you're going to have to make appointments to get into those stores. Why? Because, again, the way it's presented is presented with a lot of value, and then people obviously buy it. When you look at the Michael Kors lineup, I mean, there is, it's okay, I guess. It's certainly not in our category. But the point is that they build a whole campaign around the GC because the way it's presented is presented with value, and that's what you got to do. So I'm spending a lot of time because it doesn't matter what we give you unless you see it that way. That this GC is not just a piece of paper, it's not just even a value proposition, it's a life-changing proposition to somebody that you want to talk to. Beyond that is a team-building, momentum-building proposition for your team, because a lot of people in your team are shy. They wouldn't normally pick up the phone, call somebody. They don't know what to say. Well, you don't need to be a marketing genius to pick up the phone and call your friends. Hey, listen, I just launched an online mall. I want to give you a gift certificate. It doesn't take much to say that. Of course, that opens up the conversation. I'm going to come and see you. I'm going to drop off a GC for you. And while I'm there, I'm going to show you how to use it. But that's the key part. It doesn't do much by going around and throwing it around and put it on cars. It doesn't do you any good, right? That just shows you're afraid. That just shows you don't see the value of it. That's not going to. Let me give you a little secret about anything in life. The more you talk about something, the more valuable it is. With the more energy it has. Well, you know about arguments with your spouse, right? I mean, when you focus on something, what happens? It never goes away. 10 years from now, they'll bring it up, right? Because you put a lot of energy into it. Same with your GC. The more you explain it, the more you talk about it, the more value it has, the more people perceive it as valuable because it is valuable. So just to dump it at somebody and walk away doesn't do anything. I would take it out. So let me tell you, a gift certificate that's made hundreds of thousands of people extremely happy. And this is part of the world's largest branding campaign, Canada's largest fashion house. You're lucky today. I'm going to give you one. And here it's where it's at. And you know what? I'll get in touch with you over the next few days because there is a 7-day deadline. That's another key thing you got to do. You have to put a deadline on it. If you don't put a deadline, an expiry date, or maybe even 48 hours or 72 hours, or maximum, I would say 7 days. Now, it is almost valuable to them. It is something that they're going to do at some point. And of course, because there's no rush, right? There's no sense of urgency. So, and that becomes something that never happens. How many times you've said, I'm going to go to the dentist, get a cleanup, right? But you don't have a deadline. There's no pain there. So, do you really get to go until the pain shows up? You really actually go when finally the pain shows up, right? The sense of urgency. That's just how we are in life. So you got to put a deadline on this. Look, I'm put 7 days on it. So what I need is I'm going to give you a call over the next 48 hours. You and I are going to get together. I'm going to take you through it. I can take you online, or we can together one-on-one over coffee. I'm going to take you through it. And I want to make sure that you know exactly where to go. We have a lot of stuff, and I'm going to show you this is what I do for a living. And the reason why I'm doing this for you, John, because the next time you need something, and you will, there's 22 gifting periods in Canada. There's probably more in other countries. When the next time you need something, I want to be your luxury consultant. I want you to think of my mall first. And we have this VIP program. So the point is this. Now you're talking about the GC at very excited. You're a luxury consultant. You want to be the guy, the go-to guy, or the go-to girl. So you put the 7-day deadline, and why you put the 7-day, it gives you a reason to get back to them. Otherwise, you don't need to get back to them, right? So you want to say, look, we got 7 days, so I'm going to call you next couple of days. If they put you off here and there because they're busy, they realize they got 7 days to cash in on this gift certificate. So, John, here is your GC. You got a 7-day. I write it in front of them. You got 7 days to cash this in. You and I will get together. What's your schedule next couple of days, right? So would morning be better or nighttime is better for you? Morning be good and nighttime be better for the forensic technique, right? And by the way, John, what is your best number? They will ask for people for their phone number. They don't want to give it to you. What's your phone number? They're hesitant. Here's the technique. These are all heavy-duty sales techniques I'm giving you guys now. This is the stuff that Xerox guys get trained on. So you want to get someone's phone number, you never say, what is your number? People don't like that question, right? So here's how you put it. So, John, what's the best number to get a hold of you? It's completely different, isn't it? So, John, what's your phone number? Joanne, what's your phone number? Hesitant. Joanne, what's the best number to get a hold of you? It's not all of a sudden, right? Oh, use my mobile, whatever. So again, you put the deadline with 7 days on the GC, you ask for the best number, and why you need the best number? What? Because you have to take them through it. You want them to use it. They got 7 days to use this thing, right? So that's how it works. To give away stuff like this, and again, I would keep on talking about it and talking about it, and once you got a couple of examples, then, you know, people that you've given the GCs to and people actually used it. Let me tell you about a customer of mine, what they did with this GT. They went there, we got this incredible line in Posh. They went there, they bought this Posh watch. It was absolutely gorgeous. She was absolutely jazzed. She got $100 off on this gorgeous piece. Again, you got to talk about it with excitement. If GWT didn't have this crazy, crazy compensation plan, this is exactly what you would be doing with the GC. Imagine if this was a home party company. They do have no compensation plan. It's only business, wholesale, retail profits, right? So those people, they don't have GCs like we do, but they have some promotions here and there, and you should see the way you promote it. I know home party company is kind of funny because you go to a home party company, not GWT, and they'll say, invite 10 of your friends over, go through all that hassle, bring them over, you know, set it up, host my party, and you're going to get a percentage of what I sell in jewelry. And the whole industry of home parties exploded because of it. So there's no guarantee the host is going to get anything if the people don't show up, if they don't buy anything. But yet the whole idea of direct sales, the whole industry is thriving because if your friends come, if they buy, I'll give you a percentage of the sales in jewelry. Now, you're telling people that you're getting a $100 gift certificate for free. So again, it's not, you know, and they don't have to call their friends and invite them over. We'll get to that a little bit later. The point I'm making is that it comes down with you, how excited you are. This is not a piece of paper you're giving away. It's actual jewelry that I pay for. It's extremely expensive. Guess what? You know it's expensive because you buy this stuff too. So all of a sudden, just because I'm paying for this, it doesn't mean to you, it doesn't mean anything. If you had to pay for this $100, imagine if bought $200 and then you had to pay the $100 or at least give up, forget about even paying. What if you had to give up your entire retail profit for it? I mean, if that was to happen, then you realize how much it's really worth. It'd still be good because it got you to get some clients, it got you some leads, it got you some people that you can utilize for the next occasions. It builds up your customer list. So again, it goes down to exactly, or what I'm trying to say is that if it means a lot to you, it means a lot to your people. So again, just put yourself in this mindset. If Gucci, LV, Michael Kors give an opportunity to bring your friends and get a commission, it would be great, wouldn't it? You'll be calling everybody. Well, guess what? You have that mall. Start calling people. And of course, imagine if MK said to you, hey, I'll even give you $100 value proposition GC to give to your friends just to be here. If they show up, they buy, I pay commission. Again, we've done that. I keep repeating this because I want you to know what you have in your hands. GC is one of the most powerful tools we've ever had. You know, you can offer it to everybody at any time. You can offer it when you present the opportunity. You can offer it when you present the product. For example, here's the best part. You can offer it to have someone meet with you to look at the opportunity. Hey, John, let's get together. I just launched my own mall. Not only I want to show you my mall, I'm going to give you actually GC for the young lady. So when is a good time for us to meet? So not only you offer it when you show your opportunity, you show it when you show your product lines. Again, find the reason. or go ahead and offer it when you invite people to a branding party. You have a branding party. Hey, everybody that shows up is going to get a $100 GC. So Joanne, the neighbor, can you call 20 people by next Wednesday? Because I got 20 $100 GCs for everybody that shows up who looks at my opportunity and look at my product line. I mean, who says no to that? I just told you, the whole industry of direct sales, has thrived by people who are not in the business, inviting their friends, and all they get is percentage of the sales in jewelry. So here you are, you're giving them this unbelievable value proposition. So when you invite people to tours, invite people to look at opportunity, invite people to branding parties, every occasion, Mother's Day, Valentine's, all the stuff, here's what I would do. First of all, as a luxury consultant, you want to have this portfolio of people that become your VIP customers, right? So what happens at every occasion that there is, you want to have a list of 50, 100, 200 people that you're going to basically call upon through email, phone calls. So listen, Mother's Day is coming up. We got some new lineup. It's always that, hey, I want you to look at our latest lineup. We always got new stuff coming in. But anyways, at 1,400 SKUs, trust me, you haven't seen everything we've got because it'll take hours to go through it. So you always got some new stuff that's coming out for Mother's Day, for Valentine's, for birthdays, for anniversaries. So you want to have this list of VIP, every single one of your family members. You don't have to push it at all. You tell them all, hey, listen, you guys are going to buy a gift this year. I want you to look at my mall before you go out there, and for that, I'm going to give you a $100 GC. All right? So get you guys started. So again, it's an unbelievable tool to get people to create a free VIP account. They got a GC. You got 7 days. You're following up next couple of days. I can tell you right now, you do it the way I'm telling you, you're going to make a ton of sales. There is plenty of occasions that people need to buy. And that GC is the reason why they're going to check with you first, checking your mall first before you go anywhere else. In fact, I'll put a part on my page. I said, listen, the reason why I'm going to give you the GC and everybody you know, your family and friends, the reason why I'm doing that is because every time they want to buy anything, I want them to go to my mall first. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive about this. Do you think Coca-Cola and Pepsi, they got to where they are because they sit there? They're aggressive. Remember the Pepsi taste? Begins to cook. You got to be aggressive with your business. And when you have a value proposition like this, it's easy to be aggressive because you are giving away something of value. So I talked about earlier, again, it's not something you just throw at people. The more time you take to explain the GC, the more they will appreciate it. The more you will appreciate it. The better you become at it, the more value it has. Remember, if it's important to you, it's important to them. If it's a piece of paper to you, it's a piece of paper to them. But if it's a life-changing opportunity to you, they're paying attention because they see your 7-day deadline. They see you want to get together with them within those 7 days. They'll see that this is important to you, and they'll appreciate it. Again, offer it as a value proposition in every occasion. So, you know what, when somebody comes in and say, when you have a good customer, they're buying from you regularly, and you say, listen, John, when you get to $500 level, guess what? I'm going to give you another $100 GC. Now, I don't want you to go ahead and abuse this. The idea is not that because, the idea is just basically one per person. But if you got a really, 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 really good customer, right, then you can actually offer this. Now, remember, when you offer the GC, the first 200, there is no retail profit, so you can't abuse it anyways. But what it will do is get you people coming back. Tell them, get you $1,000, I'll give you another GC. It's worthwhile for you. If they're going to buy $1,000, you've made a ton of money. So on the next 100, when they use the second GC, you're not making money on. But the point is that it is an opportunity of a lifetime to get people to look at your mall, to get people to buy, and to get people to keep on buying. Now, giving away the GCs is one thing. I'm going to keep emphasizing. So 50% of it is give away the GC, promoting your mall. Remember, you're not giving away GC because you want to give away. No, no. You're giving away the GC because you expect them to look at your mall. You expect them to go through it. That's why I will say, here's the GC. You got 7 days. Next 2 days, I want to get together with you to take you through my mall, take you through my business. I'm going to share with you a couple of cases I had last couple of days. It's kind of funny. That's how simple that it can be to prospect people if you just relax and become creative. We'll talk about that later. So 50% of it is when you give away the GC. The other 50% again is the follow-up. Remember the forensic book, the DMO box that you have, the MO box. All of those, you could have 500 leads in there that people you're following up on your pipeline constantly. People who have got your GC and they're now saying, "Look, I'm going to follow up with you to take you through it." You know, to buy the product or to look at my opportunity. So many times people say, you know what, this is a good question that I like. And you know what, 95% of the time, I'm not talking about 50%, 95% of the time, the people that like it, the answer is yes. I said, hey, are you entrepreneurial? 95% of the time, the people that I meet said, yeah, actually I am. So I don't know, because people like that question. Great. You and I are going to get together. I'm going to show you what I do for a living. I teach people how to make money, and by giving away $100 gift certificates. Well, how does that work? I'll call you next couple of days. I'm going to get through it. In the meantime, here's a GC for you. What's the best number to call you? Again, another thing is you've got to have the GCs with you. One thing I find about GW people, you guys don't spend enough money on tools. Tools is what builds you. This is a visual business. You can talk to people. If they don't see it, they don't get it. It's a visual business. They have to see the GC. They have to see it in your back pocket. They have to see it in your wallet. You should have it constantly. Those prospecting cards are amazing. You're in a gas station, and people always ask, what do you do? And you're trying to struggle to come up with a wording. Here, this is what I do. What's the best number? You and I will talk next 48 hours, and I'll explain it more in detail. Because a prospecting card has some beautiful products on it, and he basically says it's nice to shop, but it's better when you get paid when you shop, right? Something like that. So again, tools are extremely important. So 50% of it is when you give away the GC. The other 50% is the follow-up. If you don't follow up, if you don't tell them, I'm going to call you in the next couple of days, it is something that end up in the wallet, end up in the briefcase, and the minute you say, I'm going to call you next couple of days, would morning be good, or nighttime be better, what day, Tuesday or Wednesday, they kind of expect you to call. Now, sometimes they still don't think you're going to call, but when you do call, you have the number now, when you do call, they respect you that much more because you said you're going to call, and you actually did call. So 50% is the giveaway, 50% is the follow-up. Again, put a deadline on it. Don't just give it away. Be tasteful. Ladies are better at this usually. They do it nicely. You know, guys are a little bit messy, but do it nicely. Put a deadline on it. Sign it. Give it to them. Take the phone number. Make the appointment on the spot. Okay. Again, by doing the 7 days, what it will do, it gives you a reason to follow up. Why? Because you want to take them through more so they can use that value proposition. All right, going through my notes here. Okay, you can also have some fun with these gift certificates. For example, I've done this many times. I've done it in front of LCs actually. You know, I've actually got a free car upgrade with a GC. You know, you go to rent a car. I'm having fun with this now because it's something that you can actually do, and it opens up the conversation, and you can start the prospect. So I go to rent a car. I always say, listen, you know, whatever car I'm interested in, I say, listen, come on, give me a free upgrade, and I'm going to give you a $100 gift certificate. I'm in the fashion business. I'm a good guy to know. You know, I've had 2 occasions where I've got free car upgrades because of the GC. Of course, now I got the telephone number. I'll get back to you in the next couple of days, and you and I were going to go through my mall. So again, you can have fun. Not to mention, it gives you an opportunity to prospect, get their phone numbers, and because we always see these people behind the counter, and we always say, hey, that person would be good, right? Whoever you think that it's going to be good, walk up to them, Start communicating with them. If you're at a hotel, so many times I got a free upgrade at the teller. I tell the teller, listen, do you like fashion? Of course I do. Take care of me. Give me a free upgrade. I'll tell you what I will do. I'll give you a GC, $100 GC. On me, you're going to have an awesome time shopping with my most gorgeous products. You know, so often, if the boss is not around, he goes, oh, really? What do you guys sell? Especially ladies. They start to talk. Not only you get a free room, you got the telephone number, now you got somebody to talk to. This is how valuable the GC is. It's unbelievable the investment that I make into this, but if it's not important to you guys, again, it's not important to your people, and it's not duplicating in your team. All right. Office staff, if you have a job, every single one of your office staff, you should be talking to them about this. And tell people too, so listen, refer me your friends and family and associates, write me a list of 10 people that you know that in your family and friends, and before doing that, I'm going to give you a $100 GC, and I'll call you next couple of days. I'm going to take it to write you. You get $100 worth of free products on me. But you know what? Here's a piece of paper. Refer me 10 people that you know that are interested in fashion, that love fashion, or for, you know what? I could use some business partners in the area, or people who like to make money like me. And what you're going to find is that people start writing, you know, in forensic, we have a script for this, and it's so simple. When somebody gives you a referral, here's what you say. You call them up, hi John, this is John Smith. Yeah, it is. My name is Ramin Mascarli. You don't know me, but your cousin Joe, your friend Joe, and I were talking yesterday, and I was showing him my products, and I was showing him my business, and he says, hey, my friend John would be interested in this. So I thought I'd give you a call and have a conversation with you. See, because now John knows his friend Joe is the one that referred him, now he's a warm market. So it's always the same. It's always the same pitch, which is your friend Joe and I were talking yesterday, and he thought you would want to hear about this. That's why I'm calling you. And now the ears are up, and they're listening to you. So tell people, hey, call everyone in your office staff. Hey, listen, guys. Here's a gift certificate. Next 24 hours, I want to take it through it. And so, in some cases, hey Joe, you know, write me, give me some referrals. You can put a number, give me 5 referrals. I'm gonna give you a $100 GC. Valentine's is coming up. You're gonna love this for your wife. So get referrals out of it. So not only get free upgrades, you can get referrals out of this. You can get sales out of this. You can get prospects out of this. You're gonna get LCs out of this. If you get creative with this, you can do unbelievable things with this. With this GC. So again, it is a value proposition. Brainstorm with your team. You should actually be talking about this every week when you guys get together, every month. Have a good half-an-hour session. Hey, who's got some great ideas for the GC? I mean, go find out what timeshare companies do. I mean, they do some unbelievable business with value propositions that's not even as good as this. So educate yourself on what the other companies are doing and start utilizing it to promote your business. So the more you do it, the better you get, the more excited you get, and the more results you're going to get. Social media. You know, just go out there, start posting. Hey, today I'm giving away $500 free shopping sprees. Inbox me, right? You can still do that. Of course, if I was to do something like this, I'll take one of those gorgeous GWT posters with products, or even better, choose an item yourself, one item, and say, hey, I'm giving away, see this gorgeous item? Today I'm giving away $100 GCs that you could use towards this gorgeous item. Inbox me right now. Or this item is $200. I'm giving away $100 GC towards this gorgeous bag. Inbox me. Again, start promoting your business. Use this as a value proposition to sell products, to get people to look at your opportunity. There's so much you can do. All of you, you've been to timeshare, right? All of you. What do they do? It's always about that knife set, or it's about that, you know, gift certificate to a restaurant or something like that. And boy, oh boy, they'll sell you a $20,000 timeshare on something like this, right? Well, you've got yourself an unbelievable value proposition. Become good at promoting it. All right, I promised you a couple of cases I had last couple of days, actually. It's pretty cool. Ready? Write this down, because this is what I like to use, and it works so well. I was at the hotel. I went to park my car. Of course, the Valley guys came out and started looking at the car and stuff like this. Of course, the question is, what do you do? Here's a simple, simple line. I help people make money, and because of it, I'm very wealthy myself. Next question is, do you have a card? It's that simple. I help people make money. Because of it, I'm very wealthy myself. That's one way. That's one thing that I used. And then I was in Burger King the very next day with my son. Of course, he didn't like the beautiful buffet and brunch at the Hilton. No, he took me out of the restaurant because, no, he wanted his Burger King. He wanted his Whopper. He literally took me out of the restaurant, which is okay because we went, found the Burger King, and then we're going inside. Somebody saw my watch. They said, oh, my God, great watch. And I said, thanks. You know, we manufacture these things. Oh, really, what do you do? Well, I help people make money, and since I get a cut, I do very well myself. That's simple. I help people make money, and I get a cut. I do very well myself. Because, of course, all of you guys got beautiful shoes, beautiful watches, beautiful, fairy stuff. People compliment you all the time. And the question, what do you do, comes up. Your answer is, I help people make money, and since I get a cut, I do very well myself. You don't have to say you're wealthy. I make money helping people make money. So everybody wants to make money. The question at that point is always really. So if I don't hear him say anything after that, I ask him a question: are you entrepreneurial? And if they haven't responded before that, they will respond now. Yeah, I am. Great. You know what? I'm going to connect you with a couple of guys, local guys. They're going to show you how to make a ton of money with this opportunity. So what's your best number to get a hold of? What's the best number? It's always, what's your best number? I got my phone out, and they're, yeah, call my mobile, right? What's your best number? It's not, give me a number. What's your best number? Because give me a number, it becomes kind of, pushy. What is your best number? Oh, it's a question, right? Or is it home? Is it work? Is it mobile? Well, usually it's a mobile. So in any event, so what do you do for a living? I help people make money. And since I get a cut, I do very well myself. Really, how does that work? You know what? What's your best number? I'm going to get in touch with you the next couple of days, and you and I are going to have a conversation. By the way, people love to have a conversation. Don't say, I'm going to give you a presentation, right? Nobody wants to see a presentation, but everybody wants to have a conversation, right? So what's your best number? I'll touch base with you the next couple of days, and we're going to have a conversation. So anyways, this is a little bit some ideas I want to share with you tonight. The whole idea tonight wasn't to give you all these ways of using the GC. The whole idea tonight was to make sure that you understand that it's not a piece of paper, it's a life-changing tool. It's a life-changing opportunity. It's a life-changing method. It's a tool for your people who are shy, who without it, they wouldn't actually pick up the phone, call anybody. But with it, a lot of people love to help, love to give away nice stuff. That's why we buy gifts. We're nice people. We want to give away things. That's what this tool does, allows your people to do that. But if you're not focusing on it, guess what? Your whole culture in your team is no one's focusing on it, no one's using it. But if you focus on it, you're going to find everybody's going to focus on it, everyone's going to use it, and of course, all these results not only generates retail profit for your people, it generates CV for you. Remember, CV of all the sales that goes through, it's CV for you. So it is one of the most powerful tools in the whole MLM industry, period. And I'm told by many top MLMers that they absolutely love this tool, that they wish their company had something like this. But you have it, but because I guess we got so many great stuff here, it doesn't get the attention that it requires. With that, Rob, I'm going to pass the call back to you. If there's any questions, I'm here to answer it.
Well, thanks, Ramin. So much information, so many ideas, and obviously, I'm guessing you've got so much more in your head that you want to share, but obviously, time is limited here on these calls, so I'm sure that there's plenty more to come from you on future dates. Love the way we can leverage the gift certificate to make more profits and get more interest in the business, and different ways to show the business. We do have a couple of questions, and we've got one from Sherry. Sherry's question is, can we give a second GC out to the same customer? So I'm guessing maybe later on down the track, can we give another one out to the same customer?
Again, look, you can do that, but you know, you don't want to make a point that the person will buy $200, they get $100 off, then they buy another 200, get 100. That doesn't do you any good. The idea is to get them in as a value proposition, make some profit on it. I wouldn't give it back to back. I'd say, okay, here's one. The minute you hit $1,000, not only are you going to get more rebate from the company, I'm also myself going to give you another $100 GC. In other words, make some money with it. Get something out of it. Have them watch your presentation. Have them give you referrals. Or here's the thing. They use one and say, hey, listen, give me 10 referrals, or make me some appointments, or do a home party with your friends, and I'll give you another one. Become creative. When you give something away, expect something back. Right? Expect something back. Whether that is for them to host a party for you, whether for them to give you 10 referrals, whether for them to buy something. So you can do that, but make sure you get something out of it. Otherwise, you know, you're just giving away free products, which you're not really benefiting. It's good to have those customer lists, but the idea is to make products, to earn products, and to create CV.
Okay. Cool, thanks. And another question from Eliane, and she says, hi Ramin, if a customer buys more than one product using the GC, will we get retail profit for the second or other items? And can a luxury consultant help their new customers with group shipping internationally?
I didn't understand the second question, but the first question is that it's not about how many products you buy. I think they're only allowed to buy 2 products anyways, I think. So that's maybe we can answer that. But I think it's the first 200. Because when I do these things and then I forget about them, and you really have to talk to the staff. But I think the first 200, yes, first 200. The first 200, there is no wholesale profit, but anything after that, there is wholesale profit. So the first 200, they spend 200, you get 100 off, but they get $200 worth of product, which is amazing. Anything after that, and by the way, we get them all the time. Many, I would say more people go above the limit. And it's very hard to try to stay under 200, right? They have to spend 200. They always go higher. Even if they went higher by $50 as a diamond, you make $30 profit on it, and you've got a new customer, right? But we've had $1,500 orders on a GC. I mean, there's some crazy things can happen if you stop promoting it properly. And the $1,500 order, you've got yourself a $700, $800 profit, plus you got a happy customer who got a GC. The reality is that person, you would have never had that person if it wasn't the courage that was created because of the GC. That's the key thing about the GC. It gives people courage to start doing things that they wouldn't normally do. It's the tool. It's like upline. It's like partner. It's like friend. It's a motivation for your people to pick up the phone and start dialing and talking to people, walking to people. That's what. So don't look at the GC as a method of making retail profits only, which is there, not just to make CV. It's just there. I think to me, is that a lot of people in the group, they're probably shy. This is an unbelievable support tool for them to start doing things. So what was the second part of that question?
Well, the second part of the question was relating to shipping, and she was asking about can we help the customer with group shipping on an international order? And I'm you know, because of the nature of group shipping, I'm not quite sure that's the case, because there is a subsidised shipping rate for GC orders, isn't there?
Yeah, we have a crazy low shipping fees anyways. I know some people have even compared us to, first of all, most online platforms, we're cheaper. Now, if there are some that are, sell, say, free shipping locally, well, they're selling retail. They're not paying you. They're not giving $100 free. So some of those local businesses, if they ship locally, say, okay, we do free shipping. Well, if I charged you the $200, if I charge a customer $200, I didn't give them $100 free, then I could offer free shipping too, but that's not the case. But you know what I think Sanaz is knows the details of the shipping more, but we have an unbelievably low shipping fees already, and that people can utilize on.
Okay. I actually have a question as well.
Actually, I have it in front of me now. Canada, it's only $10. And the USA is $35, and international $69, and Africa $99. So, to try to get something from North America to Africa to internationally, remember, these are Canadian dollars. So you want to reduce it to American, from American dollars by 30%. These are Canadian dollars. So again, if you live outside Canada, you're getting a hell of a deal on everything because we are Canadian dollars. It's not US dollars. Okay. Here's how we do another thing as well, guys. I think you need to become a little bit more business person. If someone's going to buy a $500 package or a gift or a product, right? You make money at $300. If you're a diamond, you're making a good, $120, $130 worth of profit, $140 worth of profit. If it happens, if the shipping is $69, go ahead and pay for it. You're still going to make $100, $50, $80. Point is that you can offer $20 off your shipping. You can offer put in your own promotions. If you're going to make $200 on the order, and it's going to cost you $10 shipping in Canada or $20 in the US, you know what? Offer free shipping. That's what you do. You are an independent business owner. You run your own mall. The company has its promotions, but so do you. You ever seen car dealerships? They would say like GM rebate is X amount, but if you come to my dealership, I'm going to waive this. I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you free oil change, right? So you got to do that. The company has its rebates and discounts, but you offer your own when people go to buy something.
Okay, cool. We've got another question from CJ, and it's about wholesale profits. And he was saying, if we've got a order of $200 with a GC of $100, do we get any wholesale profit at all? Because he was thinking you only get wholesale profit on, or do we get a wholesale profit on the $100 remaining?
No, you can't. Obviously, remember, we're giving away $100 worth of free stuff. So we got to cover our cost, right? So we're giving away $100 worth of free stuff, and in some cases it doesn't cover our cost, but it doesn't matter. But anything over 200, you're going to get your wholesale profit on. Before, like, it was actually 600, and now it's down to 200. So remember, we pay the first 100. So we can obviously give you commission on something we didn't make money on. There's no commission on that. But over 200, which often it becomes over 200. People very rarely, they get the GC. Remember, when they buy the GC, they get the GC, they go get the product that they actually want. They're not going to go there to use a GC things they don't want. They're going to use it for things they actually do want, and often it's more than 200. And so you're always going to make some wholesale profit. Most likely, you'll make some wholesale profit, sometimes a little bit, sometimes a lot. But the key part of the GC is not so much even the wholesale profit. The key part of GC is that you've got another VIP customer that you're going to get back to on every buying occasion, every gifting occasion. Is filling up that pipeline that people you're going to call upon on every occasion. That's what's so great. Having these people to make money on over and over and over and over again, or on all of that, sometimes you're going to get some LCs out of it too. Here's another tip I have for you. Don't try to turn your customers into distributors. Don't make that mistake, because a lot of people would buy from you. We got gorgeous products. But the reason why they don't is because you're harassing them to join the business. Don't do that. Enjoy the wholesale profit. You're going to need it. And the ones who are interested to get into the business, trust me, they're watching you. They see you work from home. They see you in this beautiful mall. They see you got these beautiful products. They'll ask you. You can always try to slowly feel them out, but don't scare away your retail customers because you're harassing them to become distributors.
Okay, great. Well, I don't see any more questions. I think that's pretty much all the questions for now, unless you've got anything else to add. There was a thought that I had, though. I know Sanaz has run through a lot of the gift certificates, how to fill out the form and all that kind of stuff, and a lot of that seemed to be related to local customers. So what about people that are online? Can you give us an idea of what in your opinion, what the best way is to get that information to someone who's remotely from us, maybe internationally from us, online? I know we can create a VIP account for them and then send them an email with the gift certificate attached. What do you think is the best approach for that, Ramin?
Sorry, Rob, I couldn't understand the question. What was it again?
Oh, it's my fast Australian accent. It was about international or remote customers who we want to give a gift certificate to, so we're not in front of them, physically. So we have to do it online. And so what I've and others have been doing is setting up a VIP account for them because we've got their details, and then send them an email with the gift certificate details in there and explaining, you know, that we can catch up with them on the phone or Skype. Would that be the best way to do a gift certificate remotely?
Are you talking about electronic GC?
Yes.
Okay. I know in the old days we used to have the electronic GC. So I think we still do. I know the old days we just basically took a link and we sent it out. I have to actually ask Sanaz where that is. It should be in the back office. Again, I don't use this up personally, so I don't know. But I know that we do have electronic GCs. In fact, in the old days, and it's coming back again in the new software, where you could actually log into back office, put the person's name, it's simple software, put the name, person's name, and you put what information you need, the exploit that you need, press submit, put the email address, I will send it automatically for you to your prospects. I know there is a way right now to do electronic GC. I apologize. If you send us a ticket, info@gwtcorp.com, or send it to products@gwtcorp.com, and we'll have our staff to send you the instructions of how to do it.
Okay, cool. All right, great. Well, I don't see any more questions, so I'm happy to wrap up the call. I can make a few announcements now if you like, unless you've got anything else to add.
Perfect. Well done, Rob. I want to commend you and people like you who step up to become Ambassador of the Month. Congratulations. This is absolutely awesome. You're stepping up, showing leadership, great for community, great for your country, your people. Again, this is how you lead. And when you lead, people are attracted to strength, not weakness, and people will follow you. You have a strong, you just started something incredible in your team because people will do what you do. I'm going to congratulate you. I love people like you step up. And again, it makes me happy. Again, congratulations for that. With that, good night, everyone.